Hey, welcome back to the Courtesy Flush. We are here again with more D&D Part 10. This is our 10th broadcast in D&D, and we have Jameer back here once again, Nick over here, Michael, who you can't see just yet, but he's right over there, just hanging out. Could you say something for the people? He didn't say anything. He just kissed his pop filter. Like that's what he's doing right now. That's his move. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started in playing D&D. Last time we left off, we were at Cragmaw Castle. And what exactly were we doing, Michael?
So.
And I can adjust your mics.
You could put me up. There we go. All right. No, the whole reason for going to Cragmaw Castle was to rescue Gundren Rockseeker. Make sure that he was safe, that you secured his map to Wave Echo Cave, Wave Echo Cave, and then also you kind of did that in short order. So you arrived upon the King's Room, where you had a pretty good fight. A doppelganger ran away from you, and then you rescued Gundren Rockseeker. And you healed him up, so now he is at full health. He has his map, and now he is pretty much ready to go back to Phandalin. But now that you're at Cragmaw Castle, you might as well see what other treasures you can scare up.
Yes, which is what I was hoping we would do. So let's hop on over to the D&D.
So we're continuing to loot bodies?
Yes.
As soon as we make more bodies?
Well, as soon as we can make more bodies, yes, we will loot the bodies. Michael, could you tell us, or we never even looked into these bodies here. We didn't even search yet.
Oh, yeah, you searched the room, and then you found the treasure keep under King Grohl's bed, which had, I'll tell you exactly how much.
Because I'm going to keep a tally of stuff, so if you just want to like hit us with what we found.
Okay. Yeah, hidden under Grohl's bed mattress. It's a stitched leathered sack containing 220 silver pieces, 160 electrum pieces, 3 potions of healing, and Gundren's map.
How many electrum pieces?
160.
What is electrum?
Electrum pieces, I think it's 2 is for 1 gold. So 2 EP is 1 GP. It's not very commonly used because why?
Yeah, it seems a little unnecessary.
Why do you need half a gold piece?
Yeah,
you do like 5 silver, but
it's like
anyway,
a silver dollar.
Yeah, it's just it's an often overlooked currency of World of Warcraft. Everybody's used to copper, silver, and gold, but electrum is just yep.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
What do you mean?
Did I say World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that too.
What? No, wait. You said it's an often overlooked currency in World of Warcraft. I'm like, I know it, and we
D&D. I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Currency in D&D.
I was like, wait, what currency is it in World of Warcraft where it is?
Wait, what game are we playing? Because
it was a slip of the tongue.
Apparently, even God is confused, and that's never a good sign.
Hold on, let me check Discord really quick. Oh, that was just our chat bot, so I'll bring that back down. Okay, so 160 electrum pieces. How much? What other stuff was in there?
Did you get the?
I didn't get anything after electrum.
Did you get the silver pieces?
Yes.
3 potions of healing.
Okay.
And Gundren's map to Wave Echo Cave.
Okay, got it. Was there anything else on the bodies that we should?
Yeah, body of the wolf is just a wolf, and King Grohl kept all his riches under his mattress.
Right.
Yep.
He's a man who didn't like to pack heavy. What about the guards that we killed?
Yeah, they had nothing.
Didn't pay him.
Actually, let me see. Maybe.
They might have had stuff in their barracks too that we have not gotten to.
I'm trying to remember where they. That was 12. Guard barracks. Yeah, they didn't have anything on them. They were combat ready, lightly equipped, keeping guard.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. I don't know. Oop. Oh, you're trying to keep it. I'm sorry. I just need to get a better mic stand.
No, it's okay. It takes a heavy tweak.
I'm also gonna get you one of the sandbags because I need water anyway. So with all that, so the guards didn't really have anything on him. You said
No.
okay. So we are now in this room with missing 2 people that were here before. One of them said that he might be coming on. It's hard to tell. And the other one is not online at all. And so I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
So how do you want to...
I'll just lightly play as them, as they would. I won't role play them. They'll just be kind of stoic.
Okay, they'll just be in the background to help out with fights and stuff.
I wanted to make a joke about how, like, you look at them and they just put their thumbs way up their ass and just kind of stare off into space for, like, a while, and you just have to leave them there. But, like, no, it's okay.
It's like, you can always make it, like, when you look out of the corner of your eye, you could swear for a split second they were doing some sort of T-shaped pose before they just look at you with a smile, as if nothing was wrong.
Yeah. No, I just... I will... Yeah.
Whenever you load something in a game, sometimes the character models will be in a T pose, and then that, like, for that split second, you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
It breaks your immersion.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they'll be more stoic. I'll just role play their combat. I got their character sheets up. They're just going to do very basic things. They'll play moderately.
You didn't update my sheet at all?
No need to.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure, because I'm going to just use the one that's on my tablet.
Yeah, as long as you're level 3.
I am.
What we should do is we should make it so that whatever you guys are viewing your PDFs on, you can edit them as well, because I think all of these...
The only problem is that there's no, like, live PDF editor built into Chrome for whatever reason.
It'd be nice if we could figure that out, and then, yeah, but whatever. Yeah, so you find yourselves in the king's quarters, several corpses strewn about. Yeah, a doppelganger that you had put to sleep and were about to capture cast darkness in an attempt to confuse you, copied themselves into Gundren and then ran away. Olivius gave pursuit, forgot that he was a wizard, and just got caught up in the hunt, and did not cinch the deal. So he came back, and now you are ready to discuss how you would like to further clear Cragmaw Castle.
Okay. Well, with everything in everything seems to be in order. I'm not against looking for more gold, if you guys are.
I think that sounds like a perfectly fine idea, Crow. Did you wish to... I know you were lamenting a moment ago about not having been able to do your usual fast talking. Would you like an opportunity to do so in our continued exploration of the castle?
If there was a moment to do so, I would like to, but she was so quick to attack us, I was not able to. How are you doing, Mass? You've been quite quiet since our last encounter.
You know, I was quite looking forward to getting to know what this spider might be up to, but to come to find out that she was only a mere shapeshifter is quite disappointing, I would say so. But I think there's an opportunity for me there.
Okay. Well, so what do you guys want to do? You guys want to sneak? Want me to go, like, sneak ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Michael, I'm going to try to sneak through the, take a peek through the curtain there where those 2 goblins were sleeping.
Okay. Yep.
Just to look through the whole room, actually.
So look through the whole room?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead, roll a d20.
17.
17.
I'm not going to use that anymore. It's hard to see the dice. They're like,
Look quite demon dice there.
yeah.
Yeah, you snuggle up to the curtain and you see that the how the wind is blowing and how the curtain moves, and you use that to peer through and just kind of melt into the curtain itself. It's fairly heavy, and so you get a good idea, and you see what's on the other side of the room, and
He's going to update it soon.
it's clear.
All right.
This was a what was this? That was 12, and so this was the guard barracks. A stone brazier full of coals glows in the middle of a small barracks. 4 straw pallets are lined up along the east wall. The wall to the south has collapsed, but a barred wooden door in that direction is still clear. Curtain hangs in an archway to the north. So this is just a guard barracks. This is where the 2 hobgoblins that nearly blew your cover came from. They were having watch at the arrow slit, from which you can see what they could view, which was a a glossary of the map. That's how they were so well informed.
Oh yeah, they were able to see.
They saw everything that was
strange. Their gardener seems to have made this weird legend outside of the courtyard. That is kind of a cool. That's kind of neat looking. I didn't know actually these had that on there.
Yep, all of them do.
All right. Actually, are we allowed to see these?
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt. It's
okay.
The C for concealed door and the whatever for the trap lets you know that that's what it would look like if it was the DM version of the map. But you have the player's version, so you don't know where shit is.
I see.
And even if you did see the C, the only place there would be a C is what you already found, which is right here. C.
Wait, where did you draw that? Are we looking? Oh, I see. It took a minute to update.
Yeah, but that's where they were giving watch. Had you skirted around the castle in that area, they were particularly watchful, and they might have seen you. But yeah, this is the room, and so yes, you have doors to the south and to the east.
All right. I would like to search the room for traps or treasures.
Okay. You take a look around.
Just to be efficient.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll d20.
10.
10. Yeah, you take a look around, and it's pretty Spartan. This just seemed like a place where the hobgoblins would sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
What's your passive perception?
My perception is, I think it's pretty high actually. There it is. Perception. +4.
+4.
So that'd be 14.
14. You see that the door to the south.
You say passive perception or passive wisdom?
I think they're caught as the same thing.
Yeah, because I'll say passive wisdom is 14 as well. So.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you see that the door to the south is heavily barricaded. To say that it's held shut with a very big, heavy wooden bar from your side, so you can open it.
Right, but it also means they're keeping somebody in there.
Yes.
May I suggest something?
Yeah.
I have a familiar who could go, say, maybe land on a windowsill or an arrow slit.
Well, who am I to say to use your super cheat monster? Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to send Ignatius.
I'm gonna go get some water while you're doing this. So,
Okay. I'm going to go send Ignatius to land on the window slits of that room to the south and look in.
Okay.
And, I'm going to kind of watch over his shoulders, so to speak.
All right, so Ignatius lands on a window slit, and there's purchase, but they find that they're shuttered, and they're too heavy to be pushed open by a mere blue jay.
Well, that's intriguing and annoying and slightly concerning all at the same time. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Do you have any ideas, Mass? Any?
Maybe they could continue to a different part of the castle, not necessarily that room.
Well, we can continue. No,
The
yes,
familiar.
Oh, did you have a particular location in mind, or just?
There's a room also to the east, right?
Yeah. So, since Crow seems to be absorbed in his search of the room, I'll continue to send Ignatius, we'll say, to the next arrow slit to the east, by that back entrance.
Next arrow slit 2.
So you see where the stairs are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Let me just... Come on. Well, clicking doesn't work sometimes. There we go. Alright. Yeah. So Ignatius flies over to another arrow slit. Do. Number 7. Alright. And this is what Ignatius sees.
Whoa.
The western portion of this large hall ends in a wall of rubble, but the remainder is still intact. This must have been the castle's banquet hall, with a soaring ceiling 25 feet high. 2 large wooden tables with plain benches stand in the middle of the room, and a brass brazier full of glowing coals is tucked into one corner. Dirty dishes, half-full stew pots, moldy heels of bread, and gnawed bones cover the table. This is the mess hall. You can't hear through your familiar, but you can see through their eyes, and there seems to be some commotion. Some goblins are munching aimlessly. Can I ping? Nope. What happened there? Why can't I select things like I should be? Oh, it's because I have that on. There we go. There we go. That goblin seems to be gesticulating and yelling to the other goblins. Other goblins seem to be half listening and shrugging him off as he seems to yell at them.
So we kind of quietly call Crow back to confer. And I let him know that I was not able to peek into the southern tower or southern room or whatever you want to call it, because apparently not only is the door barricaded, but it is also the shutters are like shutters on the arrow slits, so you can't even look out or in, which is concerning on several levels. More immediately pressing is the fact that there is a bunch of goblins.
I see. Well, that's quite unfortunate. You know, the interesting thing about locked doors is that there are usually something very nice on the other side, but they are also a place where they might hold something quite horrible. Either way, my interest is piqued, and I would like to go through this door, but I don't wish to go it alone, in case it turns out to be 6 bugbears or 6 armed bugbears with arms with faces of bugbears on the arms, or something, or the Goblin King, or whatever.
Are you saying you'd like some assistance, Crow, in searching
I would,
that southern
but
room?
Mass,
Okay.
would you be up for a dance with the devil?
Of course.
All right.
No, I'm always down for the mission.
All right.
shall we leave Gungeon in the king's room?
Hey, Gungeon. We'll be back. That's my. I was trying to think of something. I'm like, we'll be right back.
You're gonna leave me alone here?
I mean, yes.
You can't spare somebody. You got 5 people here. You can't leave somebody here. Don't leave me all here by my lonesome. This is the whole thing. You came here to rescue little Gundren, didn't you?
Well, how about we leave
Rudian?
a Runian behind, a fellow dwarf.
That's all I need.
There we go. Somebody you can connect with, and talk to.
Runian is skinning the wolf Snarl. Just looks over his shoulder and just does a huff.
He just goes, ah.
But
That's.
he's happy not to be interrupted in the work that he was doing anyway. So yeah, Crow, Mass, Olivius, and Sword Fighter go to the southern room before the barricaded room, and
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It smells nice.
How would you like to proceed?
Well, let's have Sword Fighter open the door, since if there's something dangerous on the inside, he could take it before we can. And since he's not here to defend himself, I mean, because he's such a great person and a defender of all good things.
All right.
I mean, it is logically the best
choice. He probably
choice.
also has the most hit points to spare.
Yeah.
How about
human
we
shield?
all rested.
Well, but that doesn't automatically. We probably only had like a short rest, if anything.
How about you roll a d20 on persuasion to see if you can inspire Sword Fighter?
I got a 17.
Olivius, what do you say? How are we going to convince him? You're always inspiring in every mission we go on to.
I feel like I would just appeal to his better nature, and that as this is his first mission with us, perhaps it would be best, to prove himself and prove himself worthy of joining our cause.
You get his goat with that one. He was like, fine, all right, I'll do it. You don't think I can do it? I'm going to do it. So he goes up to the door. And he lifts.
And we all take a step back. No, I'm kidding.
He lifts up the heavy wooden bar that is holding the door shut, and it comes off. He's fairly strong, so it doesn't give him much trouble, but it is kind of loud and it scrapes against the door. And then he puts it onto the ground and it clunks gently, and the door just kind of swings slightly open, and from within you hear a little bit of movement, and then you hear a very loud roar. The door is slightly open, but there's no light source within, so the only people who can see what's going on are the people with dark vision, which I think is just Mass.
Yes.
So Mass, you see a ruined tower. There are claw marks all over the walls. The furniture that was once in it is destroyed. And at the far end of the room, you see a very disgruntled and abused looking owl bear. And now the flavor text. The upper floors of this tower have collapsed to create a hollow silo at least 30 feet high, and the upper reaches of this room are lost in shadows. Dust, rubble, and broken glass cover the floor, and old work tables and bookshelves lie strewn in the south. In the middle of the room is a hulking beast that looks like a mangy bear with an owl's head. It rears up and it roars when it sees that you are looking at it.
Okay, and then is that it?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of like want to have like a, and that's all I'm going to say, like kind of like thing, because it's like, I don't know.
Just like,
A,
oh, you want like just a thing where it's like
end scene.
end flavor text, end word box, end description.
I think it's because I can't I'm not looking right at you as you're giving it to me, so I can't see the.
Yeah, no, that is the end of the description. Yes.
Okay.
Well, it seems as if they're holding the owlbear captive in this room.
What the hell is an owlbear?
The owlbear starts to move towards the door.
Hold on, it might be hungry.
Sword Fighter moves away from the door and to the back end of the wall.
Why is he walking away in fear?
It's an owlbear. It's gigantic. It's like 3 times. It's like twice as tall and like maybe 4 times as heavy as Olivius or something like that. It's a very big. It's like a grizzly bear, but with owl features.
So what exactly does an owlbear like to eat?
Probably whatever it wants. Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk to it. Something to the effect of, "Easy there, friend. We mean no harm to you."
Do you have speak with animals or anything like that?
Do I? I don't think I do.
Animal handling?
There is animal handling.
Yeah, I know. I don't have any in that. I was just going to be like...
I do have a +2 in animal handling. I don't have any speak to animal skills, I don't think.
All right.
But just in the sense of, like, tone of voice and very calming and soothing.
We go ahead and roll a d20.
I got a 19.
19. Okay. With a 19, you can see this owlbear has been kept here against its will. It hasn't been fed in a while. It looks royally pissed, but also pretty scared. You don't think talking to it is going to, it's not very trusting of anyone or anything at this point. The sense that you get is that you should get out of its way. It doesn't feel like it will attack you, but it will if you are blocking exits.
I can't tell on this screen, but is there like anything there that goes to the room with goblins at all?
Oh, yeah, let me...
Because I'm like standing right next to it, but I can't see it on our screen.
Yeah, you get... There's just some ruin.
Oh, okay. I see what you're... Okay.
Yeah.
So it's part of a collapsed wall, but there's no necessarily path through.
I
Well, there's
see.
the one door we haven't opened yet, but...
Yeah.
And I don't want to open that door. I would like to say, let us move out of the way as I lay food on the floor as offering.
What food do you have?
Should we have dead bodies at this point?
I do have a couple of... I just have like
I
a
don't
bunch
know
of
that
like
it's
meat
necessarily
rations. That's what's in my inventory. So I'm just gonna leave my meat rations out for them. It's not much, but I figured it might be better than nothing.
Okay. Let's see here. Everybody roll a d20.
We killed the whole bugbear, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, why push our luck? I got a 13.
Okay. I got an 18.
9.
9. What's your dexterity, Mass Mage?
Dex 13.
13. Okay. With that, everybody makes a dexterity saving throw and avoids the owlbear as it boulders through the room and through the curtain.
And then out the castle.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You hear what sounds like a door being destroyed, and then you just hear some more growls and some roaring, and yeah, the owlbear has run out of the castle.
Well, then I guess I'll take these food back because I guess my rations aren't as good as whatever he's going to go out and eat. I'm not offended. I won't mind.
Really was hoping for another ally. Worked well with the last creature, but hey.
I really would have liked an owlbear sidekick at think that would have been
I will settle
fun.
for not being owlbear food.
Well, you are more to eat, aren't you?
Yes. I mean, yes, that would have been terrible. Let me go and sneak and listen to the door.
Okay.
Got a +6 on stealth.
Hold on one second here while where my mouse decides to work or not. Okay, yeah, you go up to the door, and you're having a listen. So go ahead and roll perception.
Is that a 5?
It's a 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, you other than what you hear, you can faintly hear like the goblins in the mess hall, but other than that, you can't really pick anything out.
All right.
Maybe my elven ears and dark vision should try.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
12.
12. Yeah, you don't really hear anything in addition.
Womp womp womp.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
because why not? I got a 16.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear the goblins in the mess hall, and that's about it.
You know what? I'm gonna listen to third. No, I'm kidding. Mike's gonna be like, "You fucking don't hear anything. There's nothing there." And you clear the whole map out of anger. You're like, "Look, I wasn't fucking with you." I open the door and peek through it.
I will say that with a 16, Olivia hears an ember, not an ember, but a burning log in the brazier that was in the owlbear's room snap and crack. Just briefly bringing your attention back to that room for a moment.
Okay.
Oh. Probably should
Well,
check
with
to see
that,
what's
I am
in
going to
there.
go search the owlbear's room.
Search the owlbear room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would have been smart, just regardless, huh?
Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, I got a 2.
All
Yeah,
right.
too. Yeah, you take a look around. The stench of owlbear piss is just, oh god, it's so bad.
Is it like kind of like cat piss almost?
Worse.
Worse than that? Jeez. Alright, a lot of ammonia in there. Okay, let me do a search.
All right.
I want to do a search for traps and treasures.
Okay.
I got a 7, which with... I have a +4 to perception.
+4. Yeah, you take a look around, but nothing really pops out at you.
Okay.
It's still quite dark.
Yeah.
11.
11. What's your perception bonus?
Perception bonus. I think it was like 2 or 3. I'll be sure perception is +1.
+1. Yeah, you don't see anything that Crow missed.
Sword fighter comes in and looks. 14.
14.
Like, I could roll again, but I'm just like...
He's a brute about it. He kicks over stuff.
Yeah.
You rolled a 14?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. No, he's a brute. He turned some stuff over. He's looking around. He was like, there's gotta be something here. Fuck it. He's just no, didn't find anything.
You
Um,
were just holding a poor
you know what-
animal hostage.
do you want to try looking for, like, magic or anything? Magic? Feeling with your magic? Is that, like, an ability?
I do have a detect magic spell.
Probably no magic to detect, so...
Do you want me to try anyways?
Yeah. It's up to our game master.
Yeah, I'll try. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
I'm assuming a D20.
Well, what is
Or-
it? I think you just do it. Do you have read me the description?
Where did it go? If you sense... For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you can learn its school of magic, if any. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so it just works.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. You do detect magic. Your sense of sight just kind of dims, and then you kind of take a peek into the magic dimension, the magic ethereal realm. And everything looks fairly matte and gray, except that you can see a faint glowing coming. Let me see. About 10 feet above you, there's a faint glowing coming off from a ledge.
10 feet. Okay. I call Ignatius back to me and have him fly up to the ledge to look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ignatius comes in, flies up to the ledge and looks, and there's a chest.
Ooh.
Okay then. I think I should have something.
Well, can I search that chest for traps?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, can I roll
a
it?
d20.
Okay.
16.
16.
16. You are fairly certain that there are no traps on this chest.
All right, thank you. Yep, that's pretty nice.
All right, so you get the chest and you open it up, and inside is 90 electrum pieces, 120 gold pieces, a potion of healing, a scroll of silence, and a scroll of revivify. Those were the items. The scrolls of silence, revivify, and the healing potion is what gave off a faint magical glow.
Oh, wow. So you said 90 E, 120 GP, and then what else?
Potion of healing.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the potion of healing myself. Not use it yet, but
Just have
I
it.
kind of want it on my body
Gotcha.
because I've taken a couple hits so far.
Okay, and then what else was there? A scroll?
Scroll of silence
Okay.
and a scroll of revivify.
What's that?
You'd have
Is
to
it
ask one of the magicians.
Revivify?
Revivify.
Give me one moment.
Revivify. Okay, I'm gonna guess.
Go. The magicians roll an Arcanum check or Arcana check.
12.
12.
I may have cheated because I just looked this up, but okay. 15.
15. Yeah, both of you know that a scroll of and just looking at the scroll, because you're such good magicians, you take a look at this and you understand that this scroll of you know it's a scroll of revivify, and you know the scroll of revivify you can go to a creature that has died within the last minute and bring it back to life. They come back to life with 1 hit point. The spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, and it can't restore missing body parts. Its school is necromancy. It requires verbal, somatic, and material components. The material being a diamond worth at least 300 GP.
So it can just revive people, basically?
Can bring somebody back to life.
Okay.
Yep. If they've been dead for within the last minute. So, example, you're fighting, somebody goes down, they lose their last saving throw, they die, you can bring them back to life with Revivify.
Okay.
No.
You just need a diamond.
Yeah. You need a diamond worth 300 GP, at least.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too hard to find in a mining town.
No. Alright then, well that was worth a search.
Yes.
I'm glad that there was a fiery crackle that drew us to the room. Well then, I wish to sneak a peek through that door that's Swordfighter is sitting next to.
Okay, go ahead and roll that d20.
Oh man. 3.
3? Yeah, again, you're trying to be stealthy, but as you open the door and step out, you step on a particularly dry piece of wood that lets out a very loud crack. But You look in to see that there really isn't much of anything. It's just kind of a connecting section. You don't even hear any pause in the goblins that are in the cooking area. They or the mess hall. Their noise themselves is probably enough to cover the noise that you made. You also see that this area connects to the northernmost storeroom where you entered. In fact, that's where the should have made you look through those curtains, but that's where those curtains connected to. You also see that that is where there is an exit to those stairs, and you can see that that door is not barricaded.
All right. I wish to search this area for traps and treasures.
All right.
I got a 10.
Got a 10.
With my +4, or no, was it +4? Yeah, I think it's +4 to perception. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay.
No.
I'd like to sneak and peer through the door, like through a keyhole or some other. Actually,
can
I listen to that door first?
Listen to this door to the west?
The door that's right across from us.
Okay, you go to that door. Go ahead and roll perception.
What's that?
16.
16 plus
No,
4.
16.
No, 16.
16. Plus 4 perception.
Let's see here for real quick.
Just listening in.
How much was your roll?
It was 16.
16. Yeah, you at first you don't really hear anything, especially because the din of the goblins in the mess hall are pretty noisy. But you do feel like you hear very occasionally, and you can't even be sure, but you think you might hear a little bit of a click every once in a while.
Oh boy. What do you guys think I should do?
Or do you want us in that kind of main connecting room there with you?
Yeah.
For whatever is about to go wrong?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
So we're
Bring
gonna move
sword
the party
fighter too.
up.
Bring the party over to the. We want to move to that center room,
Okay.
just in case things go sour.
Hold on. Okay. So, everybody's moving into that room?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like I should be looking around while I do so. But no, you already cleared it for traps.
Yeah. I cleared it, so it's all good.
Nice. Okay. So, you come in.
No. We're not in that room.
You're not going into that room?
No, I was
we're
gonna.
just moving into the central room.
Yeah.
Into the central. Okay. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just in the central room together.
Yeah, I wanna peer through the door quietly.
Okay.
Or roll for stealth.
Okay, yeah. Roll.
I got a 20.
Got 20. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you peer into the room. And, hold on here. You peer into the room, and it's a fairly dark and empty room. And as you are observing that room, you're taking a look around, you're trying your best to see, and then you think you hear it again. You think you hear that click, and you try and bead your eyes on where you think the location is, but it's still fairly dark. There's not much of a light source. All you know is that somewhere around here is where that noise is coming from.
something. It's not mine.
Oh yeah, it was us.
Okay. Something was making a sound.
Yeah, we were all hearing a noise.
Yeah, right.
It's like real world perceptions check.
Yeah, you hear the noise and you feel like there is something in that room, but you can't pick it out because it's just so dark. Even with such a good perception roll, but you do know there is something there.
Does anybody want to do a magic search?
I don't have that skill.
Magic search.
What about dark sight? You want to do a dark sight?
Sure.
Let's have him dark sight.
Dark sight.
Dark
He just have
vision.
He just has dark vision.
Dark vision, yeah.
Period. So you can just take a look in. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
10.
10. Let's see here.
Do.
Yeah, you take a look in, and you even look towards where Crow was looking, but you don't particularly see anything there.
All right, I will sneak into the room.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll for sneak.
15
15.
plus my 6 stealth.
So you take a look in. The high, narrow hall looks as it might have been part of a chapel or shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, looking down on the floor below. To the north, heavy curtains block a matching pair of archways, and between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier. And then you rolled a 15 on your stealth.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I have a really high stealth check, dude. Plus 6.
Okay, yeah, you come in. You take a look around. And you rolled it. Was that a 15 or was that after you added everything to it?
No, it's 15 plus 6.
15 plus 6. Oh, you come in and you take a look to what was drawing your attention, that clicking sound. And you notice that on top of one of the stone statues, carefully camouflaged using its own kind of skin, is a grick, or what you think. Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Rolling nature check. 20.
20.
I'm like, that's a grick. Part of the Aloysius Mosius family. And fuck, how did you know this? Randomly, I have this.
Perhaps this was again kind of like Olivia's.
Oh wait, can I explain how I know it?
Sure. Yeah, actually, yeah. With a 20, you know exactly what a grick is.
No, I was gonna say like
Yeah, explain how you know what a grick. Yeah.
I like to do bar night trivia every now and then, and this is one of those things that I just happen to know because it was a question I failed, but then someone explained to me in great detail, and now I just know this thing.
Yeah, that's a grick. It's a medium monstrosity with a neutral alignment because it's a creature. You know that these are fairly hardy creatures, having around 30 hit points, or points of health.
I conned it straight up. Nice.
You know all about these things. It can move about 30 feet a turn, and it can climb 30 feet a turn because it's just very dexterous. It has damage resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. It has dark vision, and it has a camouflage ability. You know that it has its tentacles and a beak, so it uses those to attack. It's very quick and dexterous, so it can make multiple attacks a turn. This worm-like grick will blend into the stonework of its lair. When prey comes near, does it rear up, its 4 tentacles unfurling to reveal a hungry and snapping beak.
All right. Well, it looks like I've run into a grick. It's a very dangerous creature. We do not want to go near it for any real reason, unless you guys are feeling up to the challenge of killing it.
Roll initiative.
What?
Uh-oh.
Because it's aware of you.
Well, wait, I snuck in.
Yeah, you snuck in, and it was sneaking too. So you got to see it, but it already knew you guys were coming.
Oh, it did? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay, so everybody roll initiative.
Well, and also, could you put me one square by the door? I didn't want to go... Like I said, I wanted to just sneak in. I didn't say, like, let me walk into the middle of the room. Have you ever played a stealth game? No, that's not how it works. I'm hugging walls and shit. Like...
I think I can make it so that you can control
Oh, okay.
your character, but
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just, yeah, right
we'll
there.
explore that later.
Yeah, that's how I would walk into a room. I wouldn't be like, wow, this big open chamber. This is how I sneak. You got a 4?
Ow. Yeah, I got 4.
All right, let me roll mine.
Not using that die again.
8.
Well, do you have a plus anything for your initiative? I know I don't.
Plus 4,
16.
so... Yeah, 16 initiative. What's your plus to initiative? It's at the top. 'Cause I have a plus 4, so I had 8. So yeah.
Plus...
No,
3. 19.
So you have a 19. I have
Didn't you
12.
roll 8? Okay,
So
yeah.
Mass got 19. I got 12 when I add up all my stuff, and then Nick has how much? You had 3.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Nick had 4.
And what did the thing roll?
Oh, and we can't forget
What did
Sword
Mike have?
Fighter. I had 4.
Oh,
You
do
had
we?
4.
And what about Sword Fighter?
I rolled for Sword Fighter.
What did he roll?
Sword Fighter rolled. He rolled an invalid roll. He rolled a 5. Actually, he has plus to initiative. He rolled a 5, and so he has an 8.
Okay.
Jameer, what did you roll?
19.
19. Jeez. Okay. And then Mike,
When I add it up, it's 12.
12. Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. Almost everybody's in order. Okay. All right.
Oh, wait, I had a spell. That would have worked. Prior to.
What is it?
See invisibility. I probably could have found the chest.
Oh, it wasn't invisible. It was just up on the ledge.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, this, as your eyes fall upon the grick and it realizes it isn't hidden from you, the 4 tentacles that were hiding its beak open up, and it squawks at you, and it leaps at you.
Oh, so I dodge out of the way back out to the other side of the room. I do a Dark Souls.
I feel like you should be. Maybe not because you're an accomplished sneaker, but I feel like yelling like.
No, I roll into the other room and I'm like, guess who's home for dinner? And everyone's like, what the fuck? And then this thing just comes at us.
It's going to try attacking you first.
Well, oh, does it have a higher initiative than I do?
Yes, it does.
Did it roll initiative?
Yes, it did. Honestly,
I know. I'm trusting.
It rolled a 20.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
First, it's gonna whip its tentacles at you, or a tentacle.
Oh wait, so each tentacle gets an attack?
No, not each tentacle. That'd
Jesus
be cruel.
Yeah.
What's your
the
your
Dark
AC?
Souls of D&D.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What's your AC?
My AC is 15.
15. Yeah. So it whips a tentacle at you. And it misses. You're pretty on edge, so so you just dodge out of the way. Now it's gonna lunge at you with its beak. And what was your AC again?
15.
15. Yeah, it just narrowly gets right up close to your face, but again you move out of the way, and its beak clicks
So
right next to your
Was
face.
it attacking with advantage then?
No, it does. It does a multi-attack.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So this is like every other obnoxious thing that we thought.
yeah,
that gets-
everything just has multi-attack pretty much.
Yep.
All right. Well, as I said, I was trying to dodge out of the room.
So yeah, you can use your cunning action to disengage and then move out of the room.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking tank this thing. Are you kidding me?
Where do you want to move to?
I want to kind of center it so Sword Fighter is the person in front of me.
1, 2. Okay. So you run behind Sword Fighter, and as you run past him, you get behind his back and you put your hands on his shoulder. It's like, Grick, there's a Grick, go fight it.
I didn't say that.
You didn't?
No.
No, what do you say to him?
I'm like, I think there's a friend in there that wants to speak to you very, very aggressively. The kind of person that you are more suited to fight than I am. Good luck!
So Sword Fighter kind of sighs and walks forward through the door and up to
What?
the Grick.
Well,
Actually, no, it's not the Sword Fighter's turn yet. It is...
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually, it wasn't even Mike's turn yet.
Oh shit.
Well, we'll just say it was your turn.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's Jameer's turn.
We're all
Is
over
it-
the place today.
Is it gonna come out?
Well, no, it's your turn. You know
The door's open.
the door is open. You can see where it is. You don't have you have a good idea of the room. You also know, like, Sword Fighter has alerted you to it being there. So yeah, you're aware of it.
Chromatic orb of poison.
Oh, okay.
That's
That
an
sounds-
interesting.
I think that sounds like an excellent idea.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
think
dun,
it
dun.
automatically takes. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within range. You choose an acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the type of orb you create, and then make a ranged spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type you choose. At higher levels, you can cast a spell using a spell slot second level or higher. The damage increases by 1d8 for each slot level above.
Okay, make a ranged spell attack.
Cool beans.
So roll a d20.
Roll a d20, add your spell casting.
Do you want to use
modifier.
that dice or the demonic dice?
Well, since you offered, I guess.
It's
have
hard to
to
read the
change
demonic
it.
dice, but
When I was at Free RPG Day, I went in there and they had all these free dice in like a bowl. I got there early too, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to pick out a set of dice, but I know dice are expensive. I'll just take a cool d20. And then later that day, I'm just kind of hanging around and I see like 3 people and they all pick out a set of dice from this bowl. And I'm like, motherfucker, it pays to be greedy. But it's still a cool d20. So yeah, go ahead and make that ranged spell attack.
Ooh.
1.
So, wow. This is it's kind of hard because I feel like this is a spell that you might have even practiced. But just in the speed of things, you just get ahead of yourself and you kind of mumble over the words as you're trying to conjure forth this spear of energy, and a sickening green light kind of hovers around your
Could you
hands.
do me a favor? Could you hide whatever you don't want me to see? Because I need to get on the computer really quick.
Oh, yeah. You can just. Do you need internet?
No, yeah, I just need to. Well, no, I don't need internet. Just minimize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you keep talking. I'm gonna just get over here.
Okay. Yeah. A sickening green light kind of dances around your
I'll get behind you.
All right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
dances around your hand, but no orb comes forth. You don't even have a chance to throw anything.
Fuck, I wish they hadn't kicked me out of school.
Then you see your ring glow. The what did we call it? It was like the ring of recast or the ring of recall or something like that. And if you want to, you can use the ring's power to gain that spell slot back.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you tried to cast a spell. You don't lose a spell slot, and you also have your move.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm gonna use my Harry Potter dice this time.
Well, you could just move.
Yeah,
like,
move isn't just.
you
move
just
is
tell me where you want to move. Yeah.
Like
Oh.
where you're going.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay.
2 squares.
Come on, you. All right, and you back up across the corridor, even further than Crowwind. And now it is Swordfighter's turn,
Sword fighter.
Alright.
and he is going to stride.
Could you minimize that again?
Okay.
Sorry. Just go ahead and explain what you're doing. I'm just adjusting stuff.
Yep. Swordfighter is just walking up to the Grick to attack it with his, I believe it's greatsword.
Just all of these. I didn't realize that. Like I'm sitting there, like I'm hitting sound effects. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. Sorry to interrupt your thing here. Just had my
Interrupting the
moment.
flow.
I had my moment here and I ruined it.
Now they're just going to be so loud.
I can turn it down over there.
Oh,
I just
okay.
can't turn it up any higher without making this music
okay.
way too loud.
Gotcha.
You're good now.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead and minimize that.
All right. Come on, mouse. Do
Yeah,
it.
sorry about that.
Mouse. Okay. Yeah. Swordfighter walks up to the Grick, and he makes an attack roll with his greatsword. And he rolls a nat 20.
What?
So that is 13 plus his damage die.
Good. Only 17 to
18.
go. We might kill him in
19.
3 rows.
How much damage did he do?
He did 19 damage with the
Fuck.
swing of his greatsword.
Holy shit. What did the Grick do in response?
Probably cry out in pain.
Yeah.
So the Grick like,
No.
fuck!
The Grick.
Rawr!
Kevin fells his greatsword across the Grick, cutting off 2 of the tentacles on the side of its beak and deep into its flesh. It is and it is fairly a purplish kind of blood spills out, and Swordfighter kind of grimaces at the disgusting creature, and holds his ground, and that was Kevin's attack, his turn. Swordfighter's good job, his good job.
That was a good job, Swordfighter.
I think.
It is Olivius's turn.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Just 1 second, switch account.
I'm gonna.
Oh, never mind, that's fine. Go ahead, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just looking at messages, that's all. You know what? I could do it on my tablet. My bad. I shouldn't be doing it on the stream. Go ahead.
Where was I going with this? Oh, right. So I am going to also back up 2 spaces, but I am also going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh, all right. You want to roll 1d4 or d4 for all, or one? For each
I
one?
roll each individually.
Okay.
Come on, be good. There's a 1. There's a 3. And another 3.
You do 10 damage to the Grick. Yeah. The magic missiles burst forth from your hand and flow around Swordfighter and hit the Grick, 1 directly in its beak and 2 into its body, leaving scorch marks. Grick cries out in pain.
Alright. Looks like it's all... I think it's the Grick's turn, isn't it?
You can finish it off.
Yeah, it's back to the Grick. The Grick... it will, it is attempting to retreat into the corner of the previous temple. It goes up to the corner and climbs up 10 feet on top of a statue and tries to make itself as small as possible. And you also hear what the fuck did that goblin name is fucking Grick?
Oh, did it run away? I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
It hasn't
kind
run
of
away. It's
retreating.
retreating into its
But it sounds like it was somebody's pet, which is probably problematic for us.
The poor choices of pets. Actually, you know what? It's not even the Grick's fault. It's just that some people shouldn't own Gricks, honestly. Like, there's so many people that, like, just don't know how to handle their Grick. If this was my Grick, I would have a nice... there wouldn't be a brazier of just, like, fire. It'd be a brazier full of Grick kibble, just so it has access.
You see a goblin come out from behind a curtain in a response to the cries of the Grick. He looks about the room and sees the purple blood on the floor. You see Sword Fighter standing, and he also sees the trail of blood leading to the corner where the Grick is badly injured and softly kind of just moaning in pain. And he looks at them and he says, he looks at Sword Fighter with the blood still on his drawn blade, and he yells out, "Attendants! Come to me! Attack this bastard!"
Sword fighter.
Sword fighter, you're gonna die. Sword fighter, you're gonna die. 'Cause you're not here playing with us right now. I'm just messing with you, dude. Don't worry. He had a long, hard day today, and I'm glad he's able to get some rest time in.
Rolling initiative for...
Michael and I worked really hard today as well. Like, super hard.
So hard. Just sleeping on the couch.
No, you were reupholstering. He was reupholstering, and I was looking at my computer screen doing, what do you call it? Excel sheets. I was doing lots of Excel sheets with numbers and graphs and grids. It's my whole day. Just graphs and grids. Man, the grind.
Some data analysis.
Yes. Totally was not playing the new World of Warcraft expansion.
Oh.
Got a day off and I was like, you know what I want to do? Graphs and grids. That should be a new board game because that sounds like fun for the whole family. Graphs and grids. From the what's the name of that that game with the
Shoots and Ladders?
Shoots and Ladders, Graphs and Grids.
6.
I'm kind of really curious now because I feel like if somebody hasn't already.
Okay, so that was the Grick, and now the that was the Grick's turn, and now you have been made aware that there's a goblin in the room who has called the attention of your attack on this animal and has called his attendants to him, although you haven't seen them yet. It is Mass's turn.
Mass?
Well, well, it seems like I should step closer to the doorway.
Okay.
But not through. I'll stand right behind. Sword fighter.
You'll get caught up in the sword fighter.
And I'm gonna use magical misaru.
A little Japanese in there.
A little bit of magical willpower.
I got that from the magician.
Who are you going to use it on?
I'm gonna use 1 on the glick.
Okay.
And the remainder on what is it?
The
goblin.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you're gonna roll it 3 times or once?
3.
Okay. The first one will go to the Grick, and then the other 2 will go on the goblin.
2.
2. Okay.
4.
Okay.
4. So 3, 5, 5.
3, 5, 5.
He just like Jujikaka them with the super massive. What is that thing called? Soul arrow.
Soul, yeah.
Yeah, just the
Hadouken.
Oh, you mean Hadouken?
Hadouken.
could be a Hadouken. Come on, keyboard. There we go. All right. Yeah. Another soul arrow hits the Grick, and it was moaning, and now it is just kind of. You can see it just trembling. It is pushed itself so far into the wall. It is just trying to make itself as small as possible on top of the statue, and it's just kind of trembling. The goblin gets 2 full blasts of magic missile in the chest, and he's actually knocked backwards into the curtain and is howling. One of the goblins.
Jesus Christ!
Another goblin.
Ow!
Ooh, come on.
Ow! That really hurt.
Come on, guys.
Dude, you hurt my dog.
Oh,
that guy came out like with the fucking quickness.
Another goblin comes out, seeing that Sword Fighter is there, and makes an attack on him.
I lost for track. No, don't worry about it, John. It's all good, man. If you wanna join us on Discord and come on in, your character is actually hanging out with Gungeon Rockseeker. But if you're good, man, it's all good.
Or you could also say that you hear a lot of shouting and think, yeah, I'm gonna come help out. It's like, obviously they're more in trouble than Gungeon is at the moment.
Yeah, the goblin comes running out with his short sword drawn. He is in tattered vestments, kind of looking like a monk. But he has his short sword is sharp enough. He jumps and tries to stab Sword Fighter, but the point of his blade just kind of gets caught in his chainmail and just kind of stays there. Sword Fighter just looks at the goblin and grins.
Exactly.
Oh man. See. It is now
That's
Olivius's turn.
This thing.
Actually, wait a second.
I started to realize.
Oh, it's Crow's turn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when was I gonna get a turn? 'Cause I haven't had a turn yet.
I've written. Let me write out the initiative order.
I think your turn was technically running away the first time.
No, I used an action. It was a smart move because I would have gotten destroyed by that thing. I'm gonna get a D20. There we go. Thank you.
The dramatics.
I have to reach out.
Arm so short.
It's like really ominous music playing while I'm holding this dice. Oh, so is it my turn and are you just good? Let me know when you're ready, Mike.
Oh yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh boy, I'll babysit the fellow dwarf. Had a long day. No worries, man. All right, so I am going to. I'm gonna do this.
Be dramatic.
Yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna run up and I'm going to attack the goblin next to Sword Fighter. But I'm not gonna just do it in like a Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden style. I'm gonna do it like straight up like I get like for some reason like I just go underneath like Mass Mage's legs, like sliding on my knees, and then I slice.
You're slicing at the goblin as you're trying to slide across the floor?
Yes, on my knees.
All right. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have you do a dex throw.
Okay.
To see if you can manage doing that. That is not impossible, so I'm going to make it kind of like a medium difficulty.
Okay.
And then...
How high does it, like, what's... Okay, you can tell me what the number is, because I was going to say my dex is really high.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d20 for that.
Okay.
Let me turn the music down a little bit.
Yeah, let's turn the music, like, turn it down to 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think your soundboard was near loud enough for the level of fail that needed.
I think you know what that means.
Did you get a 1?
He did get a 1.
Yeah.
I just keep sliding. I just keep sliding.
Yeah, you pretty much just slide. You slide on the floor, but it's an old. It's.
I want to do something cool. It's always like comedy relief.
We'll go 2 ways with this.
Can
roll
I
a d20.
I'm getting some pity from the DM, please.
roll a d20.
Okay. All right. Rolling a d20.
Yeah, do roll a d20.
I got a respectable. What's that number?
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you managed to slide, but there's so much Grick blood on the floor. You continue to slide. Go ahead and make your attack roll on that goblin.
Which is it's a 1d8, right?
No, well, you have to roll to attack because the one roll was to slide.
Okay.
This is your roll to attack.
18.
18. Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack on that goblin.
That was a d8 because I'm using the emerald leaf sword thing that we called it. All right. 5.
5. Is there a plus to that?
Yeah, it's
+3.
So my attack bonus is +6, +4 piercing.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, and we didn't write it on the sheet, but I'm just
Yeah.
like that. That's whatever.
Yeah, you slide on the ground, and as you're sliding, you attack this goblin, and you cut its fucking legs off.
What?
And it falls on the ground. You see, he's like just completely surprised. He didn't see it coming out of anywhere.
Dude, that's like what happens in Wolfenstein when you kill them, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Because you're sliding on the ground, just shooting them. But I gotta pay for that one that D1.
Oh dear. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do to you. Oh man. Yeah, you kill that goblin and you go sliding under Mass's legs around the sword, and you hit the blood of the Grick, and you keep sliding, and you're Kevin McAllister. Oh! And you hit the door to the entranceway, and you burst through that door. And luckily you see that there doesn't seem to be anyone there, but hold on one second here.
Let me pan it over a little bit. There we go.
Oh man.
Whoa, too much. Always trying to be a show off.
Oh man. Go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh shit. Where's the d20 at?
There we go. Do you want the?
I'll use the blue one this time.
Okay.
Here, take those. Thank you. I got a 4.
You got a 4.
Well, and also my dexterity is also +4, so technically 8.
Oh,
I don't know if that does anything though.
Nope. This is not a good day for you, Crowwind. Oh man. Okay, that's good for you. That's even good too. Oh man, you got so lucky. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you activate a trap that causes a cave-in of that main entryway. Boards and rocks and shit all comes tumbling down. It's very loud. And so loud, you wouldn't be surprised if everyone in the castle now knew that you all were here.
Wow.
Okay, so when you say boards and rocks are coming down, is that like just a scattering of them so that like that front hallway is still passable, or is it like blocked in some way?
You know what? We're going to call it difficult terrain.
Okay.
Which means you have to use...
So the whole front hallway is difficult terrain, like the
Yeah.
whole T thing?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, just so that way we're clear.
And what does difficult terrain imply?
Difficult terrain means you have to use twice as much of your speed to cover the distance that you normally would. So if you can go 30, you could go 6 squares.
Can I get you to turn the music down to 35?
Yeah. If you could,
It's like it's close to 35. Should get it.
yeah, like if you,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It
makes
basically
sense.
double cost.
yeah, it double costs to do shit.
Um,
I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting that noise.
is it from the air conditioner?
That's
No. Why would I be hearing that? Hold on, I'm gonna turn everything down. Just one sec. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, it's like clipping everything. That's really weird. That's odd. All right, I'm not worried about it. Sorry. I'll have to test that audio. Hopefully it wasn't too bad on the stream.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you made it difficult terrain. You took 5 points of damage.
Okay, and how much health points am I at right now? Because I didn't keep track.
You were at 15.
Yeah.
And now you are at 10.
I'm at 10. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, and this has also probably alerted everybody.
Okay.
Actually, Jesus, that means a shit ton of initiative for everybody, doesn't it?
Well, do you want to like wait till we get through this fight, or do you want to like just sit here and roll a bunch of dice for all these things?
We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna give it like maybe 2 turns.
Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say just for time's sake. Like I'm not like trying to like cheat out of a fight or anything, but that's a lot of dice rolls.
Actually, no, it's okay. It's less than. Yeah, okay. I see. It's just the immediate rooms that it's connected to. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, okay. But yeah, you roll ass over elbows and through that door and activate a trap. And now it is Sword Fighter's turn.
Sword Fighter.
He's pretty impressed by your sliding slash, but as you keep on sliding across the ground through the door, and he hears the rumbling, he just kind of shakes his head. He is going to. Does he have any kind of?
I'm just gonna double check audio here. So go ahead, keep doing your thing.
He is going to stroll to the middle of the room, and kind of say to nobody in particular, any of you fuckers can give me a fight worth fighting for? Any of you fuckers can give me a fight. Sounds real good.
Yeah,
sounds,
that sounds clear. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
half as good as what I thought it sounded like. But yeah, so he just goes and he just kind of overall taunts everybody. That's what Sword Fighter does. And now Lufo also comes running out of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as he comes through, he's like, "I'll give you what for, you piece of..." And he sees his goblin compatriot on the ground with his legs cut off. And he's like, and he just kind of turns right around. And he's like, nope. But not before taking on an attack of opportunity from Sword Fighter. Gives him a swing, which is 11, which I think that goblin, it misses the goblin. So the goblin, again, he runs in and immediately starts trying to run back out, and in his haste falls to the ground, and so Sword Fighter just misses him with a greatsword horizontal slash. And so he runs one way backwards, and he is trying to get out of there. And now it is Nick's turn.
I'm going to enter the room.
Okay.
I think I'm going to probably enter the room and go into the corner.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Fireball on the goblin that's still breathing.
Oh, the one that you can see, or the one that's kind of tangled in the curtains?
Well, the one that,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, okay.
Oh,
We forgot about that
still-
guy.
Okay, I thought he was that guy.
Yeah, he's been conveniently
I'll
hiding
go
up there.
with the one that tried to nope out of the room.
Okay.
Fireball.
Actually, he's trying to run away. Yeah, I'll still go with the one that tried to run away.
Okay.
I got a 2, which I'm
2.
going to assume does nothing.
Yeah, it just kind of flies over his head. Guys got to get real used to aiming at short things, but I know it's hard being tall, and then having to aim at a goblin. You're kind of aiming at a decline, which isn't intuitive because you want to aim horizontal. But yeah, you guys got to learn how to aim down. Yeah, it misses. And now that goblin that was still that tumbled into the curtain is going to 1, 2, 3. It goes past Sword Fighter, but he uses his cunning action to avoid an attack of opportunity. Nimble escape. Take the disadvantage or hide as a bonus action. Yeah. And so as he's moving past Sword Fighter, and he's going to call to his Grick. He says, he says it in Goblin, so you don't quite understand.
I do. No, I don't have I have Gnomish. Never mind.
Let's see here. And
He says it. He's like, "Oh."
the Grick climbs down from the statue and just kind of crawls into his arms, and they're just kind of embracing each other.
That was my bad. I hit the button. Are you still using the charger?
No.
All right, because I need it now. Yeah, my tablet's gonna die.
I need it, Mom.
Yes, please.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio quote
Oh, is that from?
when he was a crackhead.
Oh. What is that? Is it from a movie or is that like a?
Basketball Dreams.
Never seen it.
Oh.
And you
All right.
you can't hear because he's just whispering to this Grick and Goblin.
That's what I love you.
And
You're my world.
the only thing that you can hear is the only thing that you really hear and anything that you can understand is the word Maglabit. Maglabit. He keeps saying it over and over again.
Don't worry.
Is that undercommon?
It's not, but you can make a history check.
I want to do it. What is he talking about? 13?
13. You know that Maglabit is the goblin god of just kind of death and torture, and he's a dark god.
That's not very nice.
he's their
It's not a nice
god.
thing to say. Something
He's
dying.
praying to destroy us?
This is why that's why I say, I'll say it again. Some people should not own a Grick. That's just how I feel about it.
Let me see if I can.
I want to trade him Franklin for the Grick. No, I'm kidding. Franklin's my pet.
Let me get some more additional detail. I just remembered that. You just know him as a neutral, as an evil aligned god. He's the god of goblins, and he's what the goblins pray to. He's their he's what you imagine. He's holding onto this Grick very lovingly, because it is his pet, and he's just praying to his god.
Okay. Whose turn is it now?
It is now the Grick's turn.
Oh. Where'd the Grick go?
Yeah, where did it go?
Oh, the
Grick
Grick
is
is on
with
the
the
same
goblin.
tile as the goblin.
Oh.
They're together.
It's got like 1 HP.
Pretty much.
Actually, it had 1 HP before, but I think the math got lost in translation.
No, it's pretty close to.
Well, he said about 30. I'm trying to give the DM a benefit of
Yeah.
the doubt.
Yeah, it was about. I said about, so I didn't tell you exactly what its hit points were. I just told you about where it was.
No, you're right.
Yeah, the Grick bleeds out and dies in the goblin's arms.
Was that his death saving throw?
How dramatic. Oh, it's like that scene from the Will Smith movie when he had to kill the dog.
Oh no.
He wasn't killing. Jesus, with this mouse.
I know, it's the worst. I'm
You gotta
sorry.
get just like a cheap wired mouse.
I'm just gonna do that.
Oh.
I got it because I like the ability to be, but now I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just be wired. Fuck wireless devices.
Or we could put the.
in the ass.
Or we could put the. Like,
The dongle.
is there a reason the PC is here and not like up on the?
Convenience for everything else
Oh, okay.
connected. It'll get changed around
All right.
because it is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. I wonder if we could plug the dongle into, like, do we still have a USB extender?
No, we were
Okay.
using them all.
All right.
Anyway,
No,
sorry.
so the goblin wasn't killing the Grick or just putting it out of its misery. He was just holding on to it, praying to his god. And you see now that he's just crying. And he keeps just saying his god's name over and over and over again. And it's Mass Mage's turn.
Will. I'm sorry.
I know what I need to put on here now. Royalty-free remix of the Jeopardy theme. I can't use the actual Jeopardy theme because we will get muted.
Let's just go magic missile again.
Magic missile on.
How many people?
You guys are using a lot of your spell slots.
That was just 2. I have 4, right? 4.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah, you might as well use them. Sure.
Wait.
Why does that
Well,
goblin have no?
No,
hit
let's
points?
do a cantrip then.
Okay.
We're gonna go firebolt. Yes.
Okay. Firebolt on.
Let's go the bigger goblin over by the rock.
Over by. Okay, this
Maybe grief will strike him and he won't attack.
one. The one running away.
Which one are you talking about?
So the one to the north of us is trying to run
you talking
away.
about this guy
kind of
or
slipped.
this guy?
Or there's the guy that's crying because we killed his Grick.
We're gonna go north.
Okay.
To the north. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
The blue.
Gray matter.
Gray matter. The dice.
18.
18.
That's what I was hoping for. That's interesting. Maybe I
Yeah.
should put a lot of them.
Roll damage.
1d10, I think.
You know, Ohio Lottery, they saved the almanac from 1985, so find your birthday and get the pick 4.
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
That's
Interesting.
my idea.
Oh, what's going on here? That was a good roll, actually. 9. Is
Yeah.
that possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 10-sided die.
Okay, I wasn't sure what I was rolling.
Yeah, you hurl a mote of fire at this goblin as it's running away, and it just immolates him. He is engulfed in flame.
He does that thing in Star Trek where when they get zapped by in the original series or in the Next Generation, when they get zapped by a thing that like disintegrates them, they're like, and then they're gone.
I was
Which is like
thinking
that is the
Charmed.
scariest thing to me. Sorry, that's my little Star Trek rant. That's some scary shit. It's
It
just
is scary.
it's like fuck. All right.
All right.
Setting it to kill is a bad thing. Why is it even a setting? That's insane.
I mean, occasionally you gotta kill stuff.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so that was Mass's turn. Do you want to move anywhere, Mass?
We got
Maybe not.
towards the north court,
one,
court
two,
cur-
three, four,
curtain.
five, six.
Okay. Put you right there.
Sure.
Okay.
We got 10 goblins. 11, if you count that guy who's just crying at this point.
There's Mass, and Rot is dead. And now it is Crow's turn.
I am going to once again I am going to back up behind Sword Fighter.
Sword Fighter?
Because I said I only have 10 HP and I'm also kind of in a rough terrain situation.
Okay.
So I want to get away. And I'm just going to go back there and...
Just like behind there?
Yeah, if I can, yes.
Okay.
Is there like any like restorative thing I can do?
You should have some potions.
Well, you know what? There's a goblin still alive in this room. Let me just try to shoot at him.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bow, and I'm going to do it with a very heavy heart because I don't like to see anybody grieve over any lost life. However, he shouldn't have had a Grick in the first place. I'm just saying, some people shouldn't have Gricks. That's just me, and that's my motivation. It's not out of hatred or anything like that. It's just more like if I don't kill him, he's gonna have to fight us. So I rolled a 15.
15. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that does it.
And I'm using my short bow, which is a 1d6 plus 4 piercing.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus 6 attack bonus. So
the short bow pierces through the goblin. And he puts a hand around it and just looks down at it. And as the life is escaping him, he just kind of puts his bloody hand on top of the Grick, and just one more whisper of his word, of his god's name, and then he dies.
Well, I was going to say that's
Yes!
depressing, but then you did that, and it's like, show some sensitivity, man!
no, it was just so damn dark, and I feel really bad about that. You make me feel really bad. I had to feel good for like a little bit. Just a tiny second. But it was more like, I'm thinking logically in my head if I didn't, he was going to do something. So I was like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. And also, we got more shit to worry about. That Grick is dead too, right?
Yeah, the Grick is dead.
Okay. Was there anything on those bodies that we can loot?
You're still in attack.
I know, but was there, from your knowledge?
You don't have it. Well, was there?
Just so we can move the tiles.
See?
So we can move the tiles out of the way.
I want to leave that Grick there, but I deleted everything that. I'll let you know. Like I'll let you know.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm just like so used to us having a mess of shit.
No.
But
yeah,
okay, you got it. You're all good.
Yeah. So at this time, the goblins that were alerted have routed you. Fucking mouse.
Are they in the room yet?
Routed,
or
they've located.
They knew
Because
shit was
if you
going
route
on.
us, it means that you've dispersed us.
Oh, just
Like
okay.
you've defeated our game or basically
Okay,
things like
they
that.
have cornered you then, or have blitzed you, so to say.
Pincer attack.
So they're on either side of the room, and they are about to burst in.
Wait.
Well, I still have a turn first, though.
Yeah, we'll say it's Sword's turn. Sword, having heard the commotion, just kind of looks around, just looking at everybody else, he goes up to the door where the body of the Grick is. I'm just going to move this Grick over here for now, to just kind of barricade it. If anybody gets through, they'll have to go through him first. And that's where he puts himself. And now it is Olivius's turn.
Okay. So, would you say, perhaps, that all those goblins on the door that I'm next to are perhaps within a 15-degree cone? Or 15-foot cone? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, that's about right.
Yeah, we'll say so. Sure.
Because each one of those squares is 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're in the cone.
So, I'm going to eventually end up basically up between Mass and Crow. But on my way there, I'm going to cast Burning Hands, like as I'm
So you just pass through the door. You just
doing a drive-by.
some hands down. Okay, is that a Constitution saving throw on us, or?
Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay, it's a Constitution saving throw?
Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity. What's your spell save?
I 12 and a plus. I have a +4 spell attack bonus. I don't know what exactly.
It should just be the 12 then.
Okay.
Okay, and they're goblins, so... While I'm doing this, go ahead, roll damage.
Okay. 5, 6.
Can't get it in there.
5.
5,
So
6, 5.
16.
Okay. Well, just a second here.
Following Wrath of the Con phasers, that vaporize effect is scary. Yeah, followed by the harrowing howl as they die. Yeah, and it's like such a really scary, like even in the original one, and where they did, because in the movie Star Trek's, like the effects spread from their chest and down, and the show would be like an entire glow, and they're like, and then they're just gone.
All right.
Which is, I'm just answering John's thing. Sorry.
Except for the goblin at the back of the pack, immediately all the other goblins are immolated.
Holy shit!
And Olivius, you just, as you're walking past that door, you see that one goblin who is just reeling from the flames. See that his companions have fallen to ash, and he is just fucking, like, he just has "fuck me" written all over his face.
Because he doesn't know what happened. All he heard is a loud crash, and then he walks
fire.
up.
Yeah, just fire comes out and set all his friends on fire. Yeah. All right. And
You just hear, "What the fuck? Holy shit! Is this real?"
Biddy thinks I'm a beast. I'll take that.
That was a really good roll. Was that a spell slot spell?
Yeah, that was. I have to mark that
Wow.
off.
Man.
Burning Hands is pretty great.
That was like totally the time to use that, so I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Thank goodness, because we were just like...
All right, we're going to say that horde of goblins behind the door are pushing to get in, and Sword Fighter is holding the door. They're going to make a strength contest.
Dun 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 dun. I am the tiger.
It proves
Oh my
overwhelming for Sword Fighter.
We had to do that for my music class.
What was that? Oh, so which instrument?
Voice.
Oh, you did the voice. Okay, all right. I did piano. That's why I was.
It was the audio mixing class.
Oh, I had piano keyboard, something like that. I had that, and then music theory, and I aced them somehow. I also aced my visual effects and Photoshop class too. So good semester.
So Sword Fighter, strong as he is, when 6 goblins work together to try and break down a door, it's kind of hard to save against. He does invoke an attack of opportunity. I'm going to give it disadvantage because he's being pushed backwards. However, so we'll see how he does.
So he's an
with that.
advantage with a disadvantage.
15. 4. Yep. As he's sliding backwards, he tries to do a horizontal slash against the goblins that have broken in through the door, but they have he is off balance and it misses them wildly. We'll say that that was their turn, and we'll put that Sword Fighter. Just put horde. And then who went after? Okay, and now it is Mass Mage's turn.
I'm going to do Cloud of Daggers.
Cloud of Daggers.
Yes.
How does it work?
Well, you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 4d slashing damage when it enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts it turn there. Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes 1d4 or how many d4?
4d4.
Oh, 4d4.
4d4.
Ooh.
Okay.
You guys are pulling out all the fucking stops on this one.
What point are you
Feel kinda-
centering that cloud of daggers?
Well, the center goblin.
So like right
The one just this side of the door.
Yeah.
No, other side.
This one or this one?
That one, because then I can hit more.
Okay, so he's
Because
talking
it's 5 on each side, so it's one square,
one,
and that
two,
square, and
three,
that
four.
square, and
a
that
5-foot cube with daggers. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts. So, that cloud of daggers fills up 1 square.
Just one square?
Just 1 square.
One
you might have,
square?
but it is
It says on each side.
5 feet on each side, and so
Yeah.
each square is 5 feet.
Yeah, so if he centers it on that goblin,
So you could like put it right there, and then every goblin coming
But
through the
that's
door.
10 feet on the side of this square cube then.
Oh,
Because if you're going
A
5 feet in
center
each
and
direction-
5 on each side.
Yeah,
so
so-
a center square and a square or each square around it. No?
kind of like a chess piece.
I see I just
No?
looked it up on the D&D 5th edition wiki. It says you fill a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Okay.
So ArcPub has it differently then.
I can look up
I think,
another one.
I think it's worded better is the difference. I think it's saying the same thing.
Hmm.
But anyways,
You might have another spell that does a little bit more area of effect. You have anything else that has like 30-foot range or 30-foot cube? or
It's a
anything like that?
60-foot range.
Well, range
just
is
how
how
far
far,
away you
you
can
can
be.
do it.
Yeah.
let's
see. Yeah.
Cube of 5 feet, yep, on each side. So cube, it's just a 5-foot cube. Cube with 5 foot on each side of the. Yeah, no, it's a 5-foot cube. But yeah, you might find something that's like a sphere. You might be able to catch more.
why Mass is looking out of quick curiosity. So, like I have Thunder Wave,
Yeah.
which affects every creature within 15 feet of me, or a 15-foot cube, or rather. So
It's centered on you.
yes,
Yeah.
but my question is, does that invoke friendly fire? Like, if I was next to somebody I was friendly with, would they also get hit by the lightning?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an attribute called Careful. I don't know if that's a trait or if it's something that you can learn. But being careful, like I think it's a bonus action for spellcasters, and so they can give their spells the attribute of Careful, which basically turns friendly fire off.
Okay.
Yeah. So look out for that. But yeah, in the meantime, be careful with them spells.
They're in the room already.
Yes, they have burst through the door.
But if you put it in front of the door, like where that like lead goblin or whatever is, that gets him and the 3 others that have yet to enter the room. Unless they decide to go around, which is okay because it buys us time.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good idea.
Sorry.
No worries.
What was I reading?
You know, and while you're trying to figure this out, just let me know. I'm going to take this moment to ask, would you be interested in playing any of the CRPG, D&D, advanced D&D stuff?
CRPG.
It's a computer RPG.
You know, I wouldn't mind playing through
Because we have Icewind Dale 1 and 2, Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2.
I want to play through.
Wait, I think Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as well.
It's the what's it called? I have it. It's the only one I bought.
I have all of those, so
It's
I've only beaten one of them.
it's the one where you it's the one where you wake up in like the Tomb of the Dustmen, and it's like your character keeps dying. Torment, yeah.
Yeah,
Planescape Torment.
That's another one I've watched people play, but I've never played it myself.
I want to play through. I'd like to play through that. I tried playing through it by myself.
Is this AD&D controls? Where you make your own characters and
yeah, you do. You give them stuff, and then you choose.
Is it multiplayer?
I don't think it's multiplayer.
Okay. Because that's why I wanted.
Do they have multiplayer? Oh, they have multiplayer
in the other ones, yeah.
Oh,
the other ones you can create. You can create a party of up to 8.
Oh, okay.
And then you can have other players connect to it and select and choose which characters they want to control.
Yeah, no, that would be
It's just like this, except like
it's set up
since Swordfighter can't be here, or he's doing whatever. I can control Swordfighter for him, and do his abilities. But it's the same exact. I think it's. I don't know what edition of D&D it is, but it's it's same exact.
Yeah.
Just this and voice acting.
Okay.
Plus you pick your character's voice.
Lilo Dallas multipass.
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in front of the door.
You're gonna put it put it in front of the door. All right. So you cast this swirling, and was a Constitution Dexterity saving throw to get through? I should just kept it open because I can look at it. Control Shift T. There we go. When they enter the area for the first time, a turn starts there. Okay. All right. So you cast this spell, and these whirling daggers appear in front of the door, just spinning and turning. And now any creature that walk through that will take 4d4. Since there's a goblin already on that square, go ahead and roll damage for him.
1, 2, 2, 1.
1. So 5?
6.
6. Okay. And so that goblin takes 6 damage. He has been cut all over his body. He was taken by surprise for this spell, and he is bleeding onto the ground. Okay. That was mass. Crowwind.
All right. Well, let's see here. I want to see if I can do a sneak attack on the one that's diagonal to me.
Yes.
2d6 extra damage and attack where you have an advantage. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I want to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to use my long sword of whatever, and if my attack fails, I think my next turn it's going to probably. Watch this.
You're gonna use your long sword.
Oh no, I got a 15, so 15. I should be okay.
Yeah. You get him. Roll damage.
So D8.
Yeah, that's D8.
Okay. Yeah. So my 1d8 for my sword. Mm-hmm. I got a 1, so that's only 1 on that. 3, 4. So that's 1, 3, and 4 plus 4 piercing.
12.
Yeah, you cut through, and you basically just cut that goblin in half, and its blood just pours from its 2 halves. And that thing just falls on the floor. It's just a pile of gore.
Oh my god.
I softened it up for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know when you open a jar.
Wow.
Okay. You want to move anywhere?
Let's see. I can only just move right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, put me next to Mass.
Okay.
Yeah. Just kind of strategically placing myself for another, if I get a chance to, another sneak attack or something. I don't know. This other goblin's coming through the door, so I'll use what level of constitution I've got to defend you.
All right, Sword Fighter is going to make an attack on the goblin not in the cloud of daggers. He makes a swing with his long sword. That didn't roll. Go roll it again, because fuck that. Fuck just dropping a die and not having it roll. Okay, that's better.
And also, you know what? If you can, just go get another one.
Make another one.
Yeah.
I should just make another one.
Maybe make it bigger. Like increase the scale. I'd say like by 50%. Only be not 50, maybe 25%.
Yeah.
Only because that way you can drop bigger die down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was that hits with his greatsword. That's 2d6 plus slashing.
And make it the DM tower.
That's 1, 7, and that's 8 damage. Yeah. So Kevin or Sword Fighter strikes vertically with his greatsword and cuts that goblin through his head down to the middle of his torso.
Oh.
Blood just spurts everywhere.
Oh.
And that goblin falls to the ground, dead.
Damn.
On one hand, we have a lot of things to kill. On the other hand, we are killing a lot of things.
I'm like, their health points must be low.
And now it's
they're goblins. They're not.
Yeah, they're one of the. They are the initial weapon. I think they're like things weaker than goblins, but as far as enemies go, they're pretty squishy. Yeah, Olivius, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna save a spell for right now. I'm going to cast Fireball. Fireball.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Fire.
And the goblin that's in the bunch of daggers. So that's a that's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay. What's your plus?
For anything in particular, or just
Is your spell throw modifier? I think it's like a 4 or
4
something.
plus 4.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Roll damage.
Okay. There's the D10. I got a 7.
Okay. Yeah. Again, you immolate this motherfucker.
Jesus.
You ignite the general area around you, and strangely enough, it seems to ignite the blood that's on the ground too. And so now that square is just swirling daggers
And fire.
and fire and blood.
It's a fire dagger tornado, and I'm sure any goblin looking like, fuck this. Like they're like, no, you go in, dude. There's fucking daggers flying around. There's fire and blood. I heard screaming.
They're goblins, and so
I smell burnt toast.
They're just gonna run through.
Goblins are not smart creatures.
No, they're
They
not.
all think they're like, okay, here we go, let's get them. Mass, go ahead and roll damage. Roll a 4d4.
Oh. That's cool. 1, 2, 4, 7, 3, 10.
10. Yeah, as all these goblins run through, they are cut to pieces by the cloud of daggers. And they just add fuel to this bloody fire that is come on, just work keyboard. Just
It's a
go
piece
away.
of trash, dude. I'm so sorry. Sword Fighter's just like
Sword Fighter's just witnessing
you ever
this.
see Ash vs. Evil Dead, like when he like used the chainsaw and was like
just a
seeing him
bunch
out
of
like
blood,
just on him. He's
That's essentially what happens. And then you have this other goblin run through. Crow, go ahead and roll. Just roll a d20.
D20 roll.
I'm assuming you want that one.
I got a 2.
Well, he might roll a 1. You never know. He rolled a 14. Yeah, he just runs through. He's just screaming, and he's going to attack Sword Fighter. This isn't a great idea. Yeah, he just kind of leaps on top of Sword Fighter with his short sword drawn and just kind of plunges into his chest. But again, Sword Fighter's armor just holds it. And so Sword Fighter...
It's not a proper attack.
Attacks back.
Well, he just saw, like, in front, like, just from what I did, I, like, burned four of his friends to ash in a drive-by. So, like, he's maybe not in the rightest state of mind. Sword Fighter attacks back, but doesn't connect because the goblin's just so close. It's kind of an awkward way to attack. And so he just kind of throws the goblin into the middle of you. You see the goblin is just kind of shell-shocked, just kind of opening and closing his mouth, and just kind of looking through Sword Fighter. And now it is Mass's turn. Mass, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
19.
19. You notice that in your cloud of daggers, where there's so much blood and fire, that the Grick's body is moving. Go ahead, do your turn.
Is it his turn?
Yeah, it's Mass's turn.
It's almost over, so fine. I'll do magic missile, and I'll do 2 glick, 1 goblin.
Okay, go ahead and roll those. Go ahead and roll those D4.
2, 4.
Nice.
2.
Okay. Yeah, you have 1 magic missile. It hits the goblin. It hits him right in his face and explodes, and he dies. There we go. The other 2, however, they go into the square where the Grick is, and normally what you're used to seeing is that the magic missiles just kind of fly and hit whatever and just kind of explode on impact. It looks like these ones are absorbed into the Grick's body. And as you all trail your eyes over the magic missiles and see the Grick, you see blood seems to be flowing back into the Grick. And the fire, even though it seems so hot and bright, the room gets darker. And the brazier goes out, and so the only fire in the room is surrounding the Grick in the cloud of daggers. And you see its skin turn black, and you see daggers fly to where the tentacles that Sword Fighter had cut them off, and they meld into pieces of metal. So now there's 2 metal tentacles out of the Grick's face.
Phoenix powers.
And you hear everybody roll an intelligence check.
I got an 18 and intelligence. I should have a +2 on that, so that would be 20.
Okay.
17.
17.
And I have a intelligence of +2.
Okay.
15 plus 4.
4. Okay.
We all roll pretty high for this. You're gonna roll for...
I roll for Sword Fighter.
Your previous owner is dead. Your mind's now.
What did he roll?
Sword Fighter rolled a 3.
Ooh.
And he has a +1 to intelligence, so he rolled a 4. You see Sword Fighter clutch his head and fall to his knees.
That's not a good sign.
No.
And he takes 7 points of psychic damage. Let's see here. Come on, keyboard.
Come on, keyboard. As soon as I heard you typing, I'm like, fuck.
It's just the delete key in particular.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The rest of you, your vision goes dark except for the redness that comes from that square, the fire and the grick and the cloud of daggers, and you hear. I've heard your prayer. It's just such bad.
No,
shit.
don't breathe it. Don't breathe it. Just do like your
Alright.
voice.
I've heard your prayer.
There you go.
I
Oh.
have accepted your blood and flesh. I have raised your companion. Do your master's will. This is an otherworldly voice that's intruded upon your minds. Luckily, at the moment, you're sane enough to withstand this, except for Sword Fighter, who's stunned by the psychic energy of the god of goblins, who, having just a mess of blood and guts delivered onto the Grick's body, has seen fit to resurrect this last prayer of the owner of the Grick, and has brought it back to life.
It's brought it back to life and also somehow mutated it.
Okay.
All right.
The keyboard.
Mutated monster.
Mutated monster.
It can be killed,
Oh, yeah,
hopefully.
sure.
Okay. It's not like some like World of Warcraft like boss level like death sign.
No, it's not. You don't
Okay.
have to run from this. It's just that
Okay.
the shit's gonna be hard.
Well, right.
It is seeing the kneeling sword fighter in front of it is going to just make a bite at Sword Fighter.
Sword fighter, get the fuck out of there, sword fighter.
Okay, so he makes an attack. Ooh. He opens up his beak and bites around Sword Fighter's head, and and that's a D6. We'll say 5, 7. And he bites at Sword Fighter for 7 damage. He just kind of bites on Sword Fighter, and he's not. The Grick himself isn't strong enough to lift him, heavy as Sword Fighter is in his armor and with his weapons. But you do see, as he bites at him, he just kind of shakes his body as if he was trying to lift him, just doing as much damage as he possibly can. And now it is... who went last? Was that Olivius?
It was me.
It was mass.
It was Mass Mage. Okay.
Yeah.
Crowwind, it's your turn.
All right. Since this thing is focused on sword fighter, I'm going to go up and do a sneak attack.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can actually connect this thing. I'm going to use my long sword. I only got a 4 plus 6, so
Yep.
not gonna do it.
As you swing your sword into
Like, now hold on before you do that. If I do attack,
yeah,
I can't do any other action.
yeah, that is your action. You
Oh.
have a bonus action which you can do various things, but that, like, what did you want to do?
I was gonna use the sword's effect, which is as it just pushes. But that's okay if it's not gonna fly.
Let me look that up again.
Because it just
might-
it just pushes them back 30 feet, which is just
It might be an action.
yeah. If it's
or-
an action, then I'm not worried about it. Like I was just gonna use it to push him back out the door into the rough terrain,
let's see here.
but that's all right.
Sword of the Wind, A26.
Got a 4.
Green color, wielding, you must move yourself up to 2 hour oh, okay. While you're wielding the sword, as an action, you may move yourself and up to 2 other creatures you can see up to 10 feet.
Okay.
Try to move a creature that's unwilling, they have to make a DC 14 strength saving. But yeah, that's as an action. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you make a swing, and as you, what would be a true strike, the blades seem to come and block your sword. It is now Sword Fighter's turn.
Well, it was a sneak attack. It could have been just a miss.
Yeah.
You can't block me if it's a sneak attack.
Well, the sneak attack just gives you extra damage. It's the name of
so
what it is.
It was a failed sneaking attack in the fact that it saw you coming and
I'm just thinking
blocked
like
Yeah.
I'm thinking it just did that thing where it's just like
No, well, and even if the Grick wasn't aware, it's almost like the it's like it isn't controlling the daggers.
Battle
so
sense.
The daggers have come to
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sword Fighter will get up and shake his head from the psychic damage he just took, and he will strike at the Grick with his great sword. And he will strike true. Yeah. That is a... And you know what? He has divine... Let's see how divine spirit works. What is it? Searing smite. Let me see here.
because clearly this thing has been interacting with the great old ones and therefore must be erased from existence in this mortal plane.
Prayer.
See, the only thing I was going to say was about the Goblin God. I was like, it should have been David Bowie's voice, but I know that's a tough thing to pull
That's
off.
hard, dude.
But he's right there.
Yeah,
He's right up there.
They just bring him over.
So is
right
he
there.
God or is he just the king?
Give me both. I mean, he did create a labyrinth, which kings normally don't have that ability. I would say he's more of a...
Well, I mean, Midas. No, not Midas. Who was
Yeah,
Minotaur?
he's a god king.
Okay.
He could turn into an owl. He's very powerful.
Fair enough.
Something not many of you know about Sword Fighter is that he has a fear of Tupperware.
Good thing there's just no Tupperware in the world. Yeah, we'll say Sword Fighter, not knowing much about his spells, just mumbles a prayer to his paladin order, which you see a glint through his sword. Not that he's even paying attention. And as he strikes at the Grick, is it 2d6 plus 1? Okay. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay. His spell has made it so that his weapon has been imbued with divine power, basically making it just magical enough to not qualify as a non-magical weapon, allowing it to do the full damage it would usually do to this Grick. And he does 6 damage to the Grick.
Cool.
Okay. That was Sword Fighter. It is Olivius's turn.
I've got 1 spell slot left, and it's got Magic Missile on this Grick's rear written all over it.
All right.
I'm going to roll separately. Hopefully. Do well. That's a 2.
Okay.
That's a 1. Come on. And that's a 1. Meh.
Okay, so you do 7 damage. Yeah, so the magic missiles burst forth. As they travel through the cloud of daggers, the light emanating forth shine off of these magical daggers dancing through the wind, and they plow into this Grick, doing 7 points of magical damage.
Wow. And I think it's back to mass now.
It's back to the Grick,
Oh.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Mask get a turn?
Mass went just before the Grick came back to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. My butt. Okay. So this Grick, again, it sees Sword Fighter, and that's its main kind of attention right now. Will attack at him.
He's got the highest threat.
11. Yep. So he makes an attack at Sword Fighter that misses, and so he makes another attack at Sword Fighter using his multi-attack, and that misses as well. So Sword Fighter, nimble as he is,
He does a fat roll.
pretty much just fat rolls around his attacks. It's back to Mass's turn.
Mass mage, mass mage. Mass mage.
I get a theme song now.
It just keeps getting louder and louder. Mass mage, mass mage.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta have
gonna
like
use
sorry.
chromatic orb code.
Cold.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
Burr, burr, burr. I'll let you guys take it.
Was that your second one on a chromatic orb?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Jeez. Yeah. You try to set off this chromatic orb again, and you just hear, like, as you are channeling the energy into your hand and you're thinking of the cold, you just hear the snaps of what sounds like ice breaking.
Can you turn the music up like 5%?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to wait till level 3.
I can't even hear it anymore.
It's up to 60% now.
Okay, that's good.
All right. Yeah, you just hear the sound of ice breaking, but nothing comes forward. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'll take one step back.
Okay.
Curtain.
Yeah, right there.
He's like, exit the stage. My end scene.
Crowwind. It's back to you.
All right. So I am going to do another sneak attack,
Okay.
and I'm going to do a forward thrust using my because the slash is like that's a good thing to animate, but the most deadly attack is always unfortunately it's the most boring attack to watch, but it's the one that does the damage.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try that, and let's see if my dice actually gives me a fucking winning.
Forward thrust.
9.
It gave me a 9, and I have a +6 to attack. Does that give me anything?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
You stab at the Grick, and when you hit its scales on its body, you meet much more resistance than you are expecting, but it still pierces somewhat. Roll damage.
Okay, so it's 1d8 plus 4 piercing. 1d8 versus d8. Oh, got it. Thank you. 5.
5 plus
4.
4. Okay, so that would be 9 damage, but it only takes 4.
Okay.
It's got resistance to non-magical weapons.
Oh, I thought mine is a magical weapon, actually.
Oh, actually, yeah, it is a magical weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I mean, that's why I wanted it. So I was like, I don't have anything magical.
Okay, it does take full damage. 20 points of wait, was it 9?
Yeah.
9? So it was at... Yeah, it takes damage. So as you stab into it, thank you for reminding me, you feel some wind energy push at you to help you stab at this creature. And where this blade would have stopped, it pushes in further, and the Grick writhes in agony and turns its head towards you.
Congratulations, you're the primary threat.
And I'm just like, hey, what's up?
It's Sword Fighter's turn,
Time to stab.
and he's going to make an attack on the Grick like he has been. But he misses. As he slices at the Grick, the 2 metal tentacles that he had previously cut off catch the blade and throw it back at him. In fact, they pull him into the cloud of daggers, and he takes...
What did he roll? Like a 1?
He just didn't do it.
Well, you're gonna pull it down. You're gonna like, okay, it's just now you just messed him because he's not here. You're just gonna kill Sword Fighter?
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna make his life just going to be indifferent to whether he lives or dies. No, that's not true. He takes 8 slashing damage as he is pulled into the storm of blades. It could have been 16, but I decided to give him half damage.
Let's throw him a health potion.
I'm a merciful god.
We also have like, we have 4 health potions.
You do have a lot of health potions.
So
you guys could be drinking.
Well, do you have 4
potions.
and I have 1? I know I have 1.
I didn't. They're like party pools.
Okay.
So like, you took 1 and you're holding it. We've got them though.
I didn't know if you had counted that one or not.
Yeah, I counted all 4.
It's Olivia's turn.
Actually, I didn't count the ones from before. I have. Yeah, no, it's just.
Given
4.
that I am otherwise out of spell slots,
You also have scrolls.
Yeah, we have the Scroll of Silence and the Scroll of Revivify.
You also have a scroll of Fireball and a scroll of invisible. No, you had a potion of invisibility. There are 2. Scroll of Charm and a scroll of Fireball, I believe.
Yeah, thank you.
Firebolt, or I think Firebolt is a cantrip and Fireball is the spell.
Well, I had the
Scroll
I
of
had the
Fireball.
friends.
Okay, so I got that.
I mean, do we want to try using that? Because otherwise, it's. I mean, it's
What is Scroll of Fireball? What is the damage? What's it do?
Let me see.
Do you have? Is that yours? Or?
It's just a party item.
Oh, okay.
Since you guys are the mages, you might as well be the ones holding it.
What happened?
I know my friends was the thing that I got early on from Garfield. Like that first time meeting Garfield. That's
You
what I
better
got.
use it. It blew me up.
Well, but it's like
Did you use yours?
I haven't.
I
been
threw
an
mine away.
opportunity to use it yet.
Michael wasn't happy about that, but I'm like, I don't want this unstable shit. I didn't pay much for
You
it
didn't
anyway.
know it was unstable.
It was free.
No, you told me that in the beginning, and
Oh.
I was like, well, the item that you gave me wasn't anything I was going to use, and it was like, eh.
You make your own luck. So Fireball, a bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range, and then blossoms with a low roar into an explosion of flame. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. A target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save.
That's
or
a
half
big
as much
explosion.
damage
That's
on a
like-
successful one.
That's like a nuke almost.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I would be in it.
Let's not do that right now.
I have a pretty high dexterity, but I don't know if the dice would be friendly
Well,
to me.
even if you save yourself, you're still taking half.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
It's a good spell.
that-
It's also overpowered.
you know that room of goblins that we had?
Yeah.
That's something you throw into there.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you hear firebolt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scroll of Firebolt, is that what we have?
No, fireball is what you guys have.
The firebolt is one of my spells.
Okay.
Cantrip.
Get a 9.
So I got 9 plus 4 is 13.
Yeah, it misses.
Okay.
It actually it flies into that cube where the daggers and the blood and all that is, and it adds to the fire that the blood is, or that it ignites the blood anew, and so you just have this death metal fucking creature in the middle of this. You want to move anywhere?
That sounds very suspicious.
What happened?
That
No,
sounds
I just
extremely
I just like how you're
suspicious.
like, end scene, and you just like go through the curtain.
I feel like that's what happened. Disguise self. No.
You're like, you're like, you guys have this.
I'm
I'll be
clearly
in
not
my
being
dressing
successful.
room.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move in front of that west door. That western doorway.
Yeah, you're just
The
moving in front of
western doorway.
You're just moving in front of it, yeah.
This one.
Eastern.
door. All right.
Got your east and west mixed up.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that.
Okay. Yeah. We're back to Mr. Grick. Mr. Grick wants to attack the person with the magic sword.
I know, you told me I got his attention.
You did. He's going to... First, he's going to bite at you. And he is way off. So he doesn't even get close. And he's going to whip his tentacles at you. And you're just so fucking nimble, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I am a thief. I gotta have some sort of defense, because if he would have hit me, I probably would have died.
No, he misses you completely. You're just too keen on his moves.
I probably would have happened in Dark Souls as well. I'm pretty nimble even with my armored character in that game.
Mass Mage, it's back to you.
I'm gonna use Fireball.
Okay. Range spell attack.
Is that what I'm supposed to roll?
Yes.
8.
8 plus...
Plus 3.
3? Yep. No, again, that just adds to the flames around. It is now just burning hot. Sword and Crow, the flames have become...
What was this god's name? Maybe we should pray to him in the
Yeah, I was gonna say,
future.
it's the god of goblins, not the god of
Hum
fire.
Num Shabai.
It's like...
But he was a goblin god
and also,
of
like...
death.
And that
And this is just
fair enough.
Death metal central.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm fine. It's just interesting how the fire just keeps getting bigger and bigger with no, like... I get that there's blood there, but at some point, that blood's got to
But
be...
we're also casting
magic, too.
Fire,
it's
so.
magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
You're searching for logic and reason where there is none.
Thank you, Tomb Raider.
Yeah. No, yeah, it just keeps feeding the flames. It's grown to the point where it is very uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
might even be a little bit of sunburnt if you come out of this. If you don't actually get burned. It is Sword Fighter's turn again, and he has no choice but to continue attacking this beast.
I mean, you could make him use a health potion, but that's fine. Attacks are good.
He attacks the Grick, aiming true with his great sword. And it's 2d6.
Because it's not just a good sword, it's a great sword.
5, 10. He does 11 points of damage to this Grick. Jeez. And now this Grick is in... it was in bad shape before, but now it is very close to death.
As it would say in a text RPGs, it looks like it's on death's door.
Sword Fighter getting so close to the swords, or to the daggers in the flame, takes 2 points of burning damage. I said Sword Fighter, right? Yeah. No, Sword and now it's Crowin's turn.
All right. I'm going to do another attack with my sword, and I'm going to attempt to try to finish it off
All right.
with another thrust. A little wind power to blow some of the flames.
Go.
A little bit of flames.
Go.
Don't cheer me on. It's just now it's gonna make now I'm gonna get like a low roll. Thanks, Nick. Is that that's
9.
a 9 plus? The fuck is my plus 6? Yeah, 9 plus 6.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, roll damage and add your sneak attack damage.
Okay, so I didn't even. You know, I didn't do that.
I don't think you did that last time.
Yeah, 2d6 extra damage on attack. So this is my d8 for the sword. That's a 4. 3. 1.
1. Yeah. You again.
4, 3, 1. Yeah.
You plunge with your sword, and you feel the magical wind energy at your back. But as you stab at this Grick, it actually pushes you into the cube. But the wind energy pushes all the daggers away and extinguishes the flames. And as you push closer into this Grick, the life falls out of it, and it dies on your blade. Everybody roll an intelligence check.
Oh no. No, come back. 18 plus 2, so 20 again.
Okay.
That's 16 plus 2. So 18.
14, and I have a 4 intelligence.
All right.
18.
We're all just we're all just rolling high intelligence checks.
And then sword fighter
Didn't roll very high.
did not roll high enough. As the Grick dies, it lets out one last shriek that tears across. And you see sword fighter again grab at his head. And he takes 4 psychic damage. The rest of you here you have destroyed my creation and have offended my name.
What's your name again? We didn't catch that. It was really... Could you please pronounce it? I'm being serious, because I actually forgot.
Since you rolled such a good intelligence check,
Yeah, because I totally forgot the name of it.
the name of the god is Maglubiet.
Well, Meglabiet.
It's Maglubiet. So I give it a bit of a Russian Maglubiet.
I would never give a god lip service. Hear me out, though, Megliabiet. Listen. He was...
Make another intelligence check.
Ah, God damn it, Mike. That's 15.
15.
17.
The voice, it doesn't hurt you, but the voice gets louder in your head.
Well, let me finish.
Know that you will be cursed in my name.
You don't even know who I am. Hold on 1 second. Let me at least explain something. This goblin does not know how to handle a Grick. I, on the other hand, know how to handle one. If you could at least have given me a Grick, I would have at least fed it properly. This poor man didn't know what he was doing. I was just saying.
You hear the voice has gotten quieter in the back of your head, and
I care much for the creatures of this world, unlike the other goblin that you allowed to have this thing.
You hear it say, "You want a Grick?"
Could you have it delivered?
I would love to add that we've happily saved 2 goblin lives.
Make another intelligence check.
Okay. This is gonna be bad. Oh, I got a 7.
Yeah, 7.
Psychic damage time.
You fall to your knees and you take 8 points of psychic damage.
8?
8.
God damn.
Jesus.
Well, that's like almost I'm like a 2 health away. All right. Well, fuck me for trying. Anyway, thing's dead.
Is it dead? It's dead.
I would quit. I would be like, done. That's it.
It's if you if you had said yes to wanting a Grick, I probably would have brought it back to life.
No, I realized when you asked that, I was like, can you have it delivered? And I was thinking I could use that later.
Yeah, no, you just
have a Grick spawn in my pocket.
You just hear the soul of the Grick shout into your head, and you take 8 points of psychic damage.
Ow!
All the flames go out in the room, and you are left in darkness.
What the fuck?
I use
Why'd you take all the flames away?
prestidigitation
There's
to
no fire.
cast
There's
a
a
little
fire
bit of
thingy.
It went out.
light.
Oh.
Cast light.
Yeah.
All right, so you light up the room. Yeah, and then
I'm surprised there's a roof, considering how collapsed this building is.
no, it's yeah, you just light up the room, and you can see everything is relatively quiet now that you have maybe the light is so dim that it's even difficult to see all of the gore on the floor.
We just hear as we're walking around.
Everybody make religion checks.
I should be
Religion?
super
What the hell is a religion check?
Religious.
It's a religion check. There's a +2 religion.
I'm an
on, is
orphan. I gotta know.
I got a 9 plus 2.
Oh, I actually have 2 plus religion. The fuck is that supposed to be?
So Nick, you got 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Plus
didn't even,
religion.
honestly, I didn't know that was a thing.
It's on your first page.
I'm doing it. It's loading.
19
slow.
plus 2, so apparently I'm
super religious.
Praise Jesus.
21. Wow. Okay.
21. I'm sorry.
Sword fighter rolls.
13 plus 2.
13 plus 2 for math.
So
15.
15. Okay. And then sword fighter rolled a 3. He rolled a 17. Okay. As you look around, again, you recognize this as what used to be a temple to gods of light and good, and now it has been spilled with blood. It has been well ignored and disgraced by the goblins beforehand, but you get a bad feeling about if you were just to leave this place as it is. You feel like that might not only have you earned the ear of an evil god, you might be disrespecting good and lightful gods if you leave this room in its condition.
Well, so what do we do? Like roll a clean check? I don't know.
You could take time to remove the bodies from the room, to kind of sweep up the blood, maybe wash down the statues, maybe make an offering to the altar.
How about we let's
maybe continue this
let's
time?
hang on a note on that, and
Okay.
that way we can remember to do that. Can
Sure.
you put that down as a note for us to do?
No.
Or I can.
Just to remember to do it later, or do you want to call it for tonight?
No, we're gonna call it for tonight because
Okay.
that was good enough. I'm
All
gonna. I'm actually gonna put down clean altar room. That way I know what to do next time. So yeah, you don't have to worry about writing it down. Make sure
Okay.
that we know to do it. Yeah, because that was a good stream.
Yep.
We're good to go. Alrighty then. So that was that. Can you pause the? Can you actually just hit pause on the music?
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Well, so that was pretty much it for tonight's stream. Thank you everyone for stopping by again. Love having you guys here, and it was a really good.
No damage to the stream, yay!
I took damage like at random intervals, but it was fun. I enjoyed myself. Thanks for setting this up and
Yeah.
making it fun and creating a last-minute boss there. Appreciate that because I know we were like
Last minute.
powered through that shit, and you're just like, oh fuck.
This will
Well,
not
these
happen
motherfuckers.
on my watch.
But no, it's very dark.
Yeah, make it fun.
No, that Dark Souls-esque stuff. It was really cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're having our Monday Dark Souls 2. We're going to go back into that, try to get through that game with Crash, and hopefully now we have Sword Fighter back in town so he can join us with that one. And tomorrow I might, we're going to be helping Sequoia move furniture, but I might do a hot dog stream tomorrow at some point.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you everyone who joins our stream and hangs out with us. And
Why you look so intense?
yeah.
Who, me?
Yes.
My mood, maybe.
Ah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's nothing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing when I was picking my teeth looking at you is what happened with me there. I just
right.
looked a certain way.
All right. Well, guys, thank you again for joining us, and we will see you on Monday for another Courtesy Flush. Take care.
Bye.